In 2026, there's a perfect storm brewing in the UK's finances. It's a combination of hidden tax changes and massive benefit reforms that could quietly cost you thousands. Now, in this special breakdown, developed with the financial experts at ProTax Accountant, we're going to pull back the curtain on the financial traps being set, and more importantly, show you how to keep your money safe. Let's get right into it. Just look at this number for a second. 1.47 million. That's how many people in the UK could lose their main disability support. If you, or frankly anyone you know, relies on these benefits, you absolutely need to listen up. This isn't just some statistic. For millions of families, this could be a genuine financial crisis.
So you might be asking, how is this all happening? Well, it starts with something called a silent tax. It's this hidden squeeze on your income that you might not even notice at first, until it's way too late. And the clever thing is, it's not about raising tax rates. Oh no, it's something much, much snickier that's probably already costing you. The official name for it is fiscal drag. And trust me, it's incredibly powerful. Imagine your tax-free allowance is like a bucket. Every year, you get to fill that bucket with income before you pay any tax. But with inflation, your income, the water, is rising, but the government isn't making the bucket any bigger. So what happens? More and more of your money overflows and gets swept away in taxes, even though you don't actually feel any richer. And here's the proof. Take a look at these numbers. The amount you can earn completely tax-free, frozen at £12,570, the point where you start paying the higher 40% rate, stuck at £50,270, and then not just frozen for a year or two, they're locked in solid until April 2031. This means even a small pay rise could shove you into a higher tax bracket, and you'll see a lot less of that extra cash than you were hoping for. Let's make this real. Meet Aisha. She's a freelance diviner in London, working really hard. She finally lands a great new project that gives her a £2,000 pay boost. Amazing, right? Well, that little boost pushes her income just over that £50,000 threshold. And suddenly, bam, she's paying 40% tax on that extra money, not 20. That's a huge chunk of her hard-earned cash just gone. That right there is fiscal drag in action. But this stealth tax, it's only half the story. While the government is quietly taking more from your paycheck with one hand, with the other, they're planning this massive shakeup of the disability benefit system. And honestly, what they're planning could be devastating. Let's take a closer look. Okay, this is where things get genuinely weird. On the left, you've got the Work Capability Assessment, or WCA. Its whole purpose is to see if you're medically fit for work. Simple. On the right, you have the Personal Independence Payment, or PIP. That's designed to help with the extra costs of having a disability, like mobility aids or home adaptations. Now, the government is getting rid of the work assessment and making the extra costs payment the only way in. It's like trying to measure your height with a thermometer. They're two totally different things, and using one to measure the other is a recipe for disaster. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Look at this quote from evidence given to Parliament. Experts literally called it a profound misunderstanding of what these benefits are even for. To put it simply, they're saying the government is using completely the wrong tool for the job. And for the nearly 1.5 million people who depend on the support, the outcome could be catastrophic. So right now, we have two massive storms brewing, that sneaky stealth tax and this huge benefits overhaul. And now we're going to see what happens when those two storms collide. The result, I'm afraid, is a financial hurricane that creates some of the most punishing and just plain illogical traps in the entire system. This graph right here from the Institute for Fiscal Studies shows you the brutal reality. Do you see those enormous spikes? Those aren't just lines on a chart. Those are financial cliffs. If you earn just one single pound over a key threshold, your real tax rate can jump to over 70%. Can you even believe that? It's a system that actually punishes you for earning more money. And here it is, the most shocking number of all. Are you ready? If you're a parent with 2 young kids and you get a pay rise that takes you £1 over £100,000, you could see your disposable income drop by £14,500. Let that sink in. A pay rise makes you significantly poorer. Stay with me. This is so important for anyone with children. This happens because you instantly lose all your tax-free childcare and free nursery hours. It's not just a broken system, it's a system that's actively working against families.
You know, I've been looking at this stuff for years, and I've almost never seen anything quite like this. Even the top experts at the IFS, as you can see from this quote, are calling these traps some of the most severe they have ever seen. In any system, it's a structure that discourages work, punishes success, and makes absolutely no sense. Okay, so here is a crucial pro tip. Before you even think about accepting a pay rise, you have to calculate your adjusted net income. Now, that's your income after things like your pension contributions are taken out. It's that number, not your headline salary, that determines if you're about to fall off one of these cliffs. Knowing this could literally be the difference between gaining money and losing it. So now you know about the stealth taxes and the benefit changes. The million-dollar question is, are you at risk? In this next part, we're going to help you figure out if you're standing in the danger zone. All right, so who's really in the firing line here? Well, if you're a family with kids, especially if one of you earns near 50 grand or 100 grand, you need to be very careful. If you're self-employed and your income goes up and down, you're at risk. An employee thinking about that big promotion, you are absolutely at risk. And critically, if you or someone you care for has a long-term health condition, you are right at the center of this storm. This isn't a minor issue, it's a ticking time bomb for millions. Look, I know it's a scary picture, but please don't despair. Knowledge is power, and in this final section, we're going to give you the tools you need to fight back. We'll lay out exactly how you can navigate this minefield and protect your hard-earned money. So what can you actually do? I mean, how do you protect your family from these hidden taxes and confusing benefit changes? Let's break it down into a really simple, clear plan. Here is your 3-step action plan. It's simple. Know your numbers, model the money, and review your benefits. First, get to know those tax and benefit thresholds inside and out. Second, before accepting any pay rise, do the math. Figure out what the real-world impact will be on your bank account. And third, if you get any kind of health-related support, you need to find out exactly how these changes could affect you personally. Okay, now for a very quick but important word of caution. This whole breakdown is designed to give you a clear heads up about what's coming, but it is not a substitute for professional, personal financial advice. Everyone's situation is unique, so it is absolutely essential to get advice that's tailored specifically for you. Honestly, with so much on the line, getting expert advice isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. A really good tax advisor could save you thousands of pounds. Yes, but they can also give you the peace of mind that you're making the right calls for your family and not just walking blindly into a financial trap. If you're worried about any of this, please don't wait for the problem to find you. Get in touch with the experts at ProTax Accountant today. They can help you make sense of this incredibly complex system and make sure you're not paying a single penny more in tax than you legally have to. You can reach them on WhatsApp or by phone at 07985 689912, or just drop them an email at info@protaxaccountant.co.uk. Thanks so much for watching, and stay safe out there.